In today's video, I will be talking about the Save Me sign that was behind Taehyung in the music video Fake Love. Stay tuned if you want to find out what my opinion and what I think is the meaning behind all of this. Is it possible for it to be a teaser for a new song? I think so. We already had Save Me. Let me explain what I mean, because I believe this small bit is very significant to the universe, the characters, the music, and everything else BTS is portraying through their art. The first question you would ask is, what does fake love have to do with Save Me and I'm Fine? The answer is quite everything. First of all, in order to get to fake love, you must realize that you are going through fake love. When does one realize that the love was fake? The answer is when they found true love. Let me explain this in detail. Everything boils down to the title of the last two albums, Love Yourself. When you don't love yourself, you need someone to show you that you are a person who deserves love. You need to receive love. That's the part when you say, save me, exactly like our boys were saying in Save Me's lyrics. Save me, I need your love before I fall. Or if you don't love me, if someone else doesn't love me, I'm losing myself, I'm falling. Moreover, the fact that this Save Me sign is behind Taehyung is not a coincidence either. He is the first one who was singing Save Me, I Need Your Love Before I Fall in the beginning of that song. When you're not loving yourself, you need someone else to show you affection. Only by knowing what others like about you, what is there to love about yourself, will you start seeing things differently, from a different perspective. Also, by needing someone else's affection, you will end up molding a perfect lie, fake love's lyric as well, just so that you make this other person love or like you. One such instance is when you don't love that other person, but you love or like the idea that they love you. It's not true love, it's fake love. Only when you get to love and respect yourself, when you are true to yourself, you get to accept and love the things that you thought were wrong about yourself. You get to experience what it means to love yourself and others truly. Of course, this means a healthy relationship with your inner self and not the narcissistic or selfish type of love. It's no wonder there is an ancient principle and saying related to this. Love others the way you love yourself, or treat others the way you want to be treated. Because when you love yourself truly, you are true, you are honest, you are generous, you practice self-forgiveness, you are more positive, and this will come out and manifest in the outside world. You will be like this with other people as well. The problem with today's world is that there are too many people who don't love themselves, so they don't know how to love others as well. From this perspective, we can say that fake love is surrounding us. Fake love is everywhere. Again, the roots and the message of BTS's music is very deep. One could keep talking about it for days. So how does all of this tie up with I'm Fine? And how do you get to the point that you are saying I am fine? The truth is that BTS has been showing us what it means to be young, what the young people are going through, all the stages of growing up from being a teenager to being a full-blown adult, which is the future from what I'm guessing. We are not quite there yet. They showed us what it means to be in school in today's society in many parts of the world. They showed us how we are and how we act when in love and the struggles that come with it. They showed us what it means to be an artist and how much they cherish their audience and the fact that they get to do this, and they receive so much love and support from the armies. And just like everyone else, they want to be forever young and keep this youthfulness about them and their music. The highlight reel for the previous album, Love Yourself Her, introduced us to the female characters that showed us how they started to discover themselves as people. And DNA even said that it was meant to be, and the magnetism of this so-called love. Remember what they were saying in DNA. Don't worry, love. all of this is not a coincidence, meaning it's not a coincidence that the next step is love yourself tier and fake love. When you discover or when you go through a breakup, you get to realize that actually the love you thought was everything and that you found destiny, throwback to DNA's lyrics, only then you start discovering yourself and you realize you weren't really in love with this other person or that it wasn't meant to be. You go through a dark phase or you get to the tear phase when you start questioning everything. You don't even know who you truly are anymore, as you kept changing yourself to fit the ideas of another person. You were trying to please this other person and you forgot about your true self. Basically, this is the moment when you realize that you weren't honest to yourself. You had a fake love, not necessarily towards this other person, but definitely towards yourself. You didn't love yourself truly, because when you love yourself truly, you aren't going to mold a pretty lie in order to please anyone else. Basically, by lying to someone else, you end up lying to yourself. For example, this person thinks you could never lie to them, however, you end up doing it anyway, exactly because you try to please them. After all this happens, you realize the misconception you've been living with. You lied. You went against who you thought you were. That's when you start asking the big questions. That's the moment when you get to experience the singularity moment, the moment you are completely alone and you just reflect on who you are, what you want from life, and how will you continue from now on. Who am I? Why am I sad? You can't even understand yourself and your own ways. What is love? I would like to mention here the 7 types of love as they were defined by the ancient Greek philosophers. And it all ties up to what BTS has been showing us so far. The first one is Eros, or sexual passion. It was named after the Greek god of fertility, and it represented the idea of sexual passion and desire. But the Greeks didn't always think of it as something positive as we tend to do today. In fact, Eros was viewed as dangerous, fiery, and an irrational form of love that could hold you and possess you. BTS talked about this type of love even in Fake Love. Love you so bad, love it so mad. This is what defines this type of love. The second variety of love was philia, or friendship, which the Greeks valued far more than the base sexuality of Eros. It was about showing loyalty to your friends, sacrificing for them, as well as sharing your emotions with them. Another kind of philia, sometimes called storge, embodied the love between parents and their children. As I'm sure you've already dived through all the BTS theories, you know this type of love is a recurring theme for BTS's art. The fourth type of love is ludus, or playful love. And this is the type of love which is referred to the affection between children and young lovers. We've all had a taste of it in the flirting and teasing in the early stages of a relationship. But we also live out our ludus when we sit around in a bar bantering and laughing with our friends, or when we go out dancing. The fifth type of love, and perhaps the most radical one, was agape, or selfless love, the love for everyone. This was a love that you extended to all people, whether family members or distant strangers. Again, this theme is not strange to BTS and their music. Pragma, or the long-standing love, was the love that was mature. This was the deep understanding that developed between long married couples. Pragma was about making compromises to help the relationship work over time and showing patience and tolerance. BTS spread love through their art and everything they do. The seventh variety of love was philautia or self-love. The clever Greeks realized there were two types. One was an unhealthy variety associated with narcissism, where you became self-obsessed and focused on personal fame and fortune. A healthier version enhanced your wider capacity of love. The idea was that if you like yourself and feel secure about yourself, you will have plenty of love to give to others, as is reflected in the Buddhist-inspired concept of self-compassion, or as Aristotle put it, all friendly feelings for others are an extension of a man's feelings for himself. This type of love is the solid base for this song. Only and only after going through this phase and meditating and talking to your inner self do you get to find your true self. This is the moment when you start seeing the wrong things you've done or the wrong thoughts you've had. This moment brings a lot of pain. Truth is painful. Don't forget that many people would rather choose a pretty lie over the painful or harsh truth. If you want to get to love yourself truly, you have to be 100% honest to yourself. This is the moment when you accept the fact that you cannot change the past and you have to move on. You can make things better. Only you have the power to make things better in your life, day by day, starting from now, starting from the present time and on unto the future. Of course, this phase takes a while. For some people, it can take a couple of weeks, months. For others, it may take years or longer. The process of loving yourself is a lifetime goal, just like RM said in their interviews. What about you, Army? Are you ready to make loving yourself a lifetime goal? When you start loving and accepting yourself with all the good and the bad things, with all the things you can improve, change and learn, only then you can say, I am fine. That's when the continuous self-development starts. In BTS's music, Save Me is the past, you don't need to be saved anymore. After this, you get to love yourself. You know you are worthy. You are good on your own. You already came to good terms with your inner persona. I'm fine is the future regarding BTS's music. I'm fine is the future after you go through this self-acceptance and self-discovery phase. You know you will be fine because you are enough for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves and I will see you next time. Bye!